Hey everybody, welcome back. Let's see if I can get through this next batch of turns without my allergies killing me too much and my sneezing bothering everybody. I also hope that the air conditioner doesn't sound too loud and too annoying. I'll check it after the video, and if it is, then I'll just make sure to turn it off in future videos. But it's getting hot here in Seattle, and by hot I mean like 75 degrees. That's hot for us, alright? Don't judge me. Anyways, where were we? I think it was the French turn. I think I always leave off with the French turn. So, what do we have? Oh yeah, that's right. We were going to do the probe center because we were going to lay down some artillery fire, try to break up the lines before we make our rush. So, we're basically going to nominate that one. And I think that foot artillery there. So these guys, we're going to move them back up on the line, and they're not going to be able to shoot. These guys can, so I think they're going to lay fire. Do I go after artillery, or do I go after... Let's go after the foot cannon. So it's going to be 3 dice. Nothing. Infantry, cav, sabers. That was a whole big bunch of nothing. Let's see, what do we draw? Assault center. Ooh, that might be... Yeah, we might be doing that here soon. Alright, let's see what the British have got. You know what? They've got probe center as well. So let's go ahead and do probe center with the British. Again, we're going to do some artillery fire. I think we're going to nominate that unit and that unit. Let's see, let's move these guys. Get them into a little bit better position on the hill. And you know what? I just realized I've been shooting at stuff on the hill. Does the hill do anything? Not that I've been hitting much, but does the hill have any effect on combat other than blocking line of sight? And a couple other funky rules. Let me check that real quick. Oh. Hills. Okay. When targeting an enemy unit or leader that is on a hill, infantry reduces number of battle dice rolled by 1. Cav reduces battle dice by 1. Artillery does not. Okay, so I guess we don't have to worry too much about that. And there's some other stuff. Nothing that's too pertinent or too important right now. So those guys move, they can't fire. These guys can fire. And you know what? They're going to keep picking on these line infantry right here. So at a range of 3, that's going to be what? 2 dice? Yeah, 2 dice. And we got an infantry and a flag. Okay, the flag is ignored because they're supported by 2 units, but the infantry hit does affect them. We may have to pull that infantry unit out of the line. They're not going to be much good forming up for the attack. So let's... another assault center. It's not really what the British need right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the assault center. I need to get... French need to get off their butts and start moving, so... Equal to command, and command is 5, so I can command 5 units in the center. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. 1. Let's go. Oops, he's not center. Let's see. 1, 2. Oops. 3. And then the 2 artillery units, 4, 5. The 2 artillery units, yeah. I think this foot is going to fire on that foot, and this foot is going to fire on that line. So 1, 2, 3 is going to be 2 dice. Now again, with artillery fire, it doesn't matter how many steps are in the unit. It's all dependent on range. So the artillery has got 2 dice from both of them, even though, you know, 2-step and a 3-step unit. So firing at that foot. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's fire at that foot artillery. Ooh, 2 flags. That's good. But they're supported by 2 units next to them. So that's going to negate 1 flag, but the other flag is going to force them back. Push them off the hill, and these guys firing at that line infantry. Actually, you know what? I don't have to choose. I can see what happens with 1 combat. It doesn't matter. Even if I get a flag on this guy, he's still supported 2 ways. So yeah, let's try to blow a hole in the center. Ooh, good shooting. What is it? Napoleon used to call it a feu de feu, which is overwhelming artillery strikes, I think. I probably got that totally wrong. But yeah, okay, that was good artillery strikes from the French. Opened up the center a little bit. Let's see what they get. First strike, okay, they've got 2 first strikes. French are gonna have to remember that. Well, the problem is they don't really have. They got bayonet charge, they got counterattack, cav charge, which is kind of worthless at this point. What's counterattack do? Oh, issue same order that your opponent just put up. Oh, that's a good one. I have a feeling we're going to be playing bayonet charge with them next. Alright, so what do the British have? You know what? Let's go with the attack center for 3 in the center. So the first one is going to pull this guy off the line. Second one is going to move him up. And I think this foot is going to fire at that light. So it's going to be 2 dice. Oh, devastating. British artillery is now starting to range in just as good as the French artillery. Wow, that's not looking good. Those are light troops, too. All right. Well, you know, there's not much more the French can do right now. So, yeah, they're going to have to go. They're going to have to go with the. Actually, did the attack center. You know what the French are going to do? The counterattack, which is going to play the same card the British just played. So they're going to get to do an attack center as well. And hang on a sec. Did I draw a card for the British? Yes, I did. So we've got 3. So the first one is going to be move this line infantry up, and then we're going to fire with both cannon again. Both cannons, well, I don't have to nominate them. I just have to nominate which ones are being activated. Then I go through the actual turn sequence. So this foot and this foot cannon. Not going to move, but they are going to shoot, and they're going to shoot at that infantry right there. So it's going to be 2 dice at that range. Flag and an infantry, so we do have 1 infantry hit, but we got the flag, which is a retreat, but they're supported by 2 units, so they can ignore that flag. And then this foot is going to fire on them as well for 2 more dice. 2 cav hits. That's not good. All right. So that's going to be it for the French, and they're going to draw a card. Which is they're going to probe right. I'm going to get a couple units I can shift over there. Let's see. Now, what are the British going to do? You know what? We need to shift some units around. So let's do La Grande Manœuvre, which is 4 or fewer units or leaders up to 4 hexes, but cannot engage in combat. So we'll go 1, 2, and then we'll go here and occupy the town. And that'll kind of shut down any ideas that the French may have about moving on the flank. And then I think with this light cav, 1, 2, 3, 4, form up a little bit, maybe try a probing attack on the British with the British left. So British draw a card. Ooh, cav charge. That might come in handy now that we've gotten those cavalry over there in position. But they're going up against, there's infantry there, infantry and square. They can form a square there. I think they can form a square. Actually, I don't know if they can form a square in the stream. I know you can't form a square in the river, but this is kind of a special terrain type. I don't know if you can form a square in there. Oh well. All right, French. Well, we got the probe right, so at least got that in case things start to go bad. But I think, I don't think we have much in the way of cards anymore. So, as much as I hate to do it, we're going to have to commit our bayonet charge. For a few infantry units, units may move 2 hexes and still battle in melee. Okay. So, we got a bunch of light and line infantry. Good God. Alright, so we'll go 1, 2. 1, 2. That's the problem with the light, though. I think the light get -1 dice in melee. Let me check real quick. That's British. Let me check French light. Oh, light just rolls 1 additional dice in ranged, but they can move up to 2 normally. Alright, well, if that's the case, we'll go ahead and push these guys up there as well. So that's 3. Where else do I want to move somebody 2 hexes? Let's move these guys up. Alright, so we got this big rush in the middle. And melee. Alright, these light infantry are going to attack that foot artillery. Since I am attacking uphill, I get 1 fewer dice. Is that what I read? I think that's what I read. I know, short-term memory loss. Yeah, infantry reduces the number of battle dice by 1. Okay, so we got light, line, and light. Is there anything specific for melee about them? No, not really. No, nothing about melee. Okay, so these guys have got 4 dice against the artillery. And we have melee, saber, infantry, cav. So the saber is going to inflict 1 hit. The flag would be a retreat, but he's supported by 2 units, and that's it. Now, the cannons get to return fire. And at melee range, cannons get 3 dice. Oh, and I was wrong. When artillery is reduced to 1 block, then that affects their firing, but none of them are at 1 block yet. So, but he's going to fight back at 3 dice. We got infantry, artillery, sabers, and does artillery be affected by? Yes. Commanding colors, ancients. Some of the units get really, really wonky and weird with their specific rules. Like, I honestly think one of the, I want to say Archimedes artillery doesn't have sabers when it does back in melee. Something silly like that. But we did get 1 saber, 1 infantry, so that's going to be 2 hits against them. Okay, next one, we're going to have this line infantry attack that foot artillery, and that's going to be 4 dice. Going to be a retreat and an artillery, so there's going to be 1 artillery hit, and there's going to be a retreat, but he's supported, so he ignores. 2 cav hits don't do anything. The foot artillery melee's back, but they're reduced to 1 unit now, so they get 3 dice. Yeah, 3 dice in melee. Oh, I should have gotten an extra dice because the artillery had 2 blocks. So let's give the artillery. This artillery should have had an extra die. Or did I roll 4 dice? I rolled only 3 dice. Cav, so that's nothing. All right, but now they're reduced to 1 block, so they get 3 dice in melee. Grape shot opening up. Oh, 2 infantry hits. It's not going as good as I had hoped it to go. And now this light infantry is going to attack these guys here. Oh, I should have had 1 less dice because I was attacking uphill. Oh well, can't go back now. Didn't really do anything anyway, so 3 dice against the line infantry. We got a flag, a saber, and artillery. So the flag is negated because there's enough support. But there is the 1 infantry hit, so they take 1 infantry hit. The line infantry fire back with 2 dice. And we get 2 cav hits, which is nothing. All right. And that's it for the French. Let's draw a card and see what we get. Force march. Okay. And let's see. So, what do the British have? Assault center, assault right, probe center. You know what? Let's go assault center. Since the French have stuck their penis out there and they really want to whack it off. So assault center. But what we're going to do is we don't want to risk losing these guys. So we're going to pull him back. We got some granite. No, they're not even center. They're not center. So he is center though. Alright, so in that case we'll go there. We'll activate him. And then we'll activate him. That's 3. I can do 3 more. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and pull them back. I hate to do this, but I do not want to leave low block units out there to give the French easy victory points. All right, so combat-wise, we've got 3 combats here: the foot artillery and the 2 line infantry. So this line infantry is going to start first, and they're going to attack here. And the French are actually going to do first strike, which after the opponent declares melee attack before dice, your defending unit will battle first. If the opponent's unit is neither eliminated nor retreats, it may battle again as original. At the end of the turn, you draw a replacement command card first. So the French is going to do that. So the French have got 2 dice since they're first striking. Infantry and a cav, so that's going to reduce them by 1. And the British get 3 dice. Infantry retreat saber. Ooh. So the infantry is going to eliminate it, saber is going to eliminate it, and the retreat doesn't matter because there isn't enough blocks left. And that will give the British another victory point. Alright. So now, you know what? I can do this. We're gonna. I think we can do a combined arms. I think since I declared the artillery and the infantry, that they can do a combined arms attack and combine their dice. Let me check. I don't know. Let's see. When an ordered infantry or cav unit is about to attack an enemy unit in melee, one or more ordered artillery units may combine their battle dice with the attacking unit. Combined arms combat must be declared before any dice are rolled. All ordered artillery units in combined arms combat must be within range and have a clear line of sight. Artillery unit on a hill may not combine arms if it has to fire over the heads of friendly infantry. It doesn't. Must have an unobstructed line of sight. It does. Oh, to get the combined arms, we're going to have to go here. So, you know what? We're going to go here. But the French have another first strike card. Well, the French are going to strike first. And they're going to get 4 dice. But it's only 3 since it's attacking uphill. Nothing. Alright, so that line infantry is going to get 4 dice. And the foot artillery at a range of 2 is going to get another 3 dice. Wow. This could be very, very, very bad for the French. Oh, yeah, it's bad for the French. We got 3 infantry hits. We got 1 cav and 3 flags. So none of the flags are negated due to support. So 1, 2, 3. And that lone line infantry is up there all by his little lonesome. And that's it. That's going to be it. Drawing cards. The French, since they played this first strike, they get to draw cards first. So they draw 2 cards. Probe center, probe left. That's good. We needed some more flank maneuver cards. And then the British get their card. Flank attack. Excuse me. Well, we're not quite at the 25-minute mark. We're at the 20-minute mark, but my battery light is flashing at me, so we're going to go ahead and cut it here. And the allergies are starting to kick in. Thank you, Seattle weather. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. And I'll see everybody next time.